Please adhere to YouTube selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so today I'm going to be drinking a whiskey and hot chocolate for the first time, which is something I've been wanting to do for a little while now. Ever since I saw a vendor selling hot chocolate that you could get whiskey added into for an extra cost. When I saw that, I was like, you know, that sounds pretty good. But I didn't buy it at that time because I wanted to, well, make a video all about my first experience with a whiskey and hot chocolate. It's been about a year since I saw that vendor, but it's finally gotten cold again. It's 45 degrees out here today. It's the perfect weather, in my opinion at least, to drink some hot chocolate, and probably the ideal weather to drink a whiskey and hot chocolate, if I had to guess. As a whole, I am very excited to drink a whiskey and hot chocolate today. One, just because it's been so long since I've wanted to actually try one. And two, just because I'm very curious to find out how a whiskey and hot chocolate is actually going to be for the first time today. Yeah, pretty excited for this experience, I'll acknowledge. Do suppose without further ado, though, I should probably go ahead and cover what whiskey I'm going to be using, well, as the whiskey in my hot chocolate today. So what whiskey do I have with me today? Well, I have the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond White Label Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, which is 100 proof and has an ABV of 50%. And this little 375 milliliter bottle cost me around about $10 USD at my local liquor store. This whiskey, in my opinion, has a very nice sort of warm taste when drank straight, and it's got a little bit of a marshmallow tinge to it. So I'm definitely thinking that this will probably work pretty well in a hot chocolate, if I had to guess at least. That's the whiskey I've got with me today, but what is the hot chocolate that I've got with me today? Well, I have some powdered hot chocolate mix from Silly Cow Farms. This is their powdered hot chocolate mix. To be precise, it's the Marshmallow Swirl hot chocolate mix, and this is a dairy-free hot chocolate mix that I have heard some pretty good things about, so I'm hoping it'll work well for this experience. As my milk for my hot chocolate, I have some Good and Gather plant-based vanilla almond milk just right there. I am dairy-free, so I can't drink, well, hot chocolate made with normal milk, so I have some almond milk with me today, and this is sweetened almond milk, so I'm thinking it'll be especially good for hot chocolate. As my mug today, I have this little mug right here, which I like quite a bit. I enjoy drinking tea out of this mug, but I'm hoping I enjoy drinking, well, hot chocolate out of this mug just as much as I enjoy drinking tea out of it. I have a teaspoon with me today as well, along with a little cup that I can pour the whiskey into before I actually pour it into the mug once I get my hot chocolate going, just in case I feel the need to measure or anything like that. Don't know if I'm gonna actually use this, but it's a good to have just in case. And yeah, that's everything I have with me today. You know, only the finest ingredients. Gotta use the finest ingredients, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, I do suppose I should probably go ahead and pour some almond milk into this mug right here, and I should probably go microwave it, get it to actually be hot, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and come back outside, and I'm gonna go and mix in the hot chocolate mix I have, and just mix it all together, make sure it's all good, and then go and pour some whiskey in. I think that's the plan. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this lid all off, and let's go ahead and see if I can pour this in without spilling everything, because I want to hold the mug at the same time. Let's see if I can do this. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. Perfect. And I think we're gonna go with that. I think that should be good. That's a full mug of milk right there. And let's go and put the lid back on the almond milk carton, the half-gallon carton I have. And well, I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and microwave the milk. I know a lot of people might be like, oh my God, you're gonna microwave it? You're not gonna put it on the stove? I know that's the classic way of, well, heating up your milk for hot chocolate, but I'm lazy, so I'm gonna be microwaving it. Only the finest ingredients, of course. But I'll be back in a minute. And, well, once I come back, hopefully my milk would be a lot warmer than not, but not too hot by any means. I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back. Just got to make sure I don't spill this everywhere. as I'm walking. That would be pretty bad. We are back. We are back. Hopefully this should be all good. I was gonna microwave it just for like 30 seconds, but it was not warm enough, so I did 2 minutes instead. And I think it should be all good now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and grab my hot chocolate mix I have right here, and let's go ahead and take a look at the directions on the back of it. It just says, place 2 heaping teaspoons of hot chocolate into your favorite mug, slowly stir in very hot milk, top with whipping cream and dust with hot chocolate. I'm not going to be doing the last part, and I guess I am already doing this incorrectly because it says put the teaspoons in beforehand, but I'm just going to stir the hot chocolate itself in. I'm just going to kind of put it in and then just stir after that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. There's also a really big mug, so I think I might need to actually put 3 heaping teaspoons in, but let's go ahead and get the lid off, and let's go ahead and grab my teaspoon I have with me today right here. Let's grab a heaping teaspoon, as they call it. I'm thinking that's probably pretty heaping if I had to guess. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to try to show y'all what I'm doing, of course, if I can. Just like that. Oh man, maybe 2 will be enough. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and do the next one, though, although I do think I'm going to do the next one off camera. Go and grab another heaping one, just like that, and pour it in. I'm thinking maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more might be good, because it is a really big mug, and I did put a lot of hot chocolate. I did put a lot of milk in it, and I'm feeling a little bit out of it. I think I need some alcohol, I'll acknowledge. So we're gonna do one more, and let's go ahead and mix it all up now. Let's go and mix it all up. Try to get it all mixed and whatnot, just like that. Should I do a taste test of this hot chocolate before I actually add in the whiskey? I'm not sure, but it's looking absolutely delicious. It is turning very light, so I do think a taste test is going to be something that is worth doing before I add in the whiskey, just so, 1, I know what the hot chocolate tasted like before I added in whiskey, and so 2, I can make sure I actually added enough hot chocolate mix. So I'm gonna go and put this down now, and I think this should be cool enough for me to go and take a sip of. So I'm gonna try to go and take a sip of it real quick. Let's see how this hot chocolate is. Oh yeah, no, that's like perfect. Wow, yeah, no, that is literally perfect. Super creamy. Ooh, wow. The added marshmallow flavoring in there, because this has a little bit of natural marshmallow flavor added in. You can definitely taste it. Wow, I don't even need to add any like marshmallows on top or anything like that kind of thing. It's already got that marshmallow flavoring. Man, that is fantastic. I gotta admit, y'all, that is the perfect amount. I think I added in the perfect amount of hot chocolate mix into my milk. But how much whiskey should I add in? I don't know. I was thinking I was just going to pour it directly in, but I kind of feel like that's a bad idea, honestly. So I think I am going to use my measuring cup just a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm a little bit careful. So I think I'm going to pour in that much. I think I'm going to use that much to begin with. And if I like can't taste it at all, maybe I'll add in a little bit more. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. So let's go ahead real quick. Pour that in. Just like that. And honestly, I'm glad I just kind of stuck to that amount and didn't try to do even more, because I did fill up my mug quite a bit. And let's go ahead and take my teaspoon once again and mix it all together, just like that. So now I have officially made my first ever whiskey hot chocolate. Will it actually be good though? That I'm not so sure about. Let's go ahead real quick, put the lid back on my whiskey, and let's go ahead and just smell my hot chocolate real quick. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it smells like hot chocolate with whiskey in it. It's really as simple as that. Let's take a sip, and let's find out just how a whiskey and hot chocolate actually is for the very first time. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. Oh man, that's really nice. The flavor of the whiskey just melts into the hot chocolate so easily. So easily. but you still get just a little bit of that liquor burn in the back of your throat. Not much, just a little bit, just like the perfect amount. Oh, wow, yeah, no, that's really nice. I'm honestly really glad I didn't add any more whiskey. I'm sure I could have, and I think it would still be fine, but I think the amount I added is like just about perfect kind of thing. Not enough to get me like truly drunk kind of thing, but like I added in like a solid amount kind of thing. It wasn't anything crazy, but definitely enough to like get me a buzz once I'm done drinking. A light buzz, but a buzz nonetheless. I gotta admit, solid stuff. And the more I drink, the more sips I take, the more intense the whiskey gets, kind of thing. And I'm really starting to notice just a little bit of the actual flavor, like whiskey flavor, kind of thing. And I really do think that this whiskey right here was a really good choice to add in, because when drinking it straight, you get like a very, I would have to say, like clean, smooth, like caramel, marshmallowy flavor with a bunch of other stuff going on as well, of course. It's been a minute since I last drank it straight, so I can't remember exactly what every single flavor profile is, but I remember getting those distinct flavor profiles. And they definitely combine very, very, very well with the flavor of the hot chocolate. And frankly put, it's really good. It's really, really, really good. Wow. Yeah. No, I really like this. Wow, yeah, no, that's really nice. That is really nice. And while you can still taste the whiskey just a little bit, it has more so than not kind of just mixed in with the hot chocolate. The whiskey itself is distinct in comparison to the hot chocolate, not because the flavors are distinct, like all the flavors of the whiskey have kind of mixed into the hot chocolate. It's instead just the liquor hit that hasn't mixed it at all. And you can still kind of like taste that on your tongue and in the back of your throat, of course, as well. Damn, this is good. This is really good. I don't know why I didn't drink a whiskey and hot chocolate sooner, because this is so solid. My goodness. Wow. This is really good. Now, this is not something I would want to drink like back to back kind of thing. Like if I'm sitting in front of my computer trying to be drinking and watching television or playing video games or something like that. What am I drinking? I'm drinking like whiskey highballs, or I'm drinking like rum and cokes or something along those lines. This is not something I would want to drink back to back. This is something that I'll admit I think I would want if I was outside wandering around in a public park and it was pretty cold outside and I just wanted to hold something warm in my hand and get a little bit of alcohol while doing so. That's kind of the situation I'd want one of these in, but it's not like I'd finish one and then immediately want another. It's definitely not one of those drinks. This is a one and done type of drink for me at least, although I can definitely see how it might not be for others. Very solid, though. I'm gonna have another sip. And the hot chocolate itself, yeah, it's, well, very hot chocolatey. It's very chocolatey. A little bit marshmallow in there. And then underneath, there's that little hit of whiskey kind of thing. And it's just a little hit of whiskey. It's not insane. Nah, solid. Honestly, I mean, like, for me at least, genuinely, I mean, like, hot chocolate is great on its own. I don't normally say this. I mean, like, I enjoy my rum and cokes. But as an actual beverage to sip on, like normally, Coca-Cola, in my opinion, is superior. I'll acknowledge. I drink my rum and cokes to get drunk, to get a buzz. I actually think the whiskey adds to this hot chocolate in a way that would just make me want to drink whiskey with my hot chocolate all the time, because it just adds a little kick to it, and it just makes the flavor just that much more interesting, kind of thing. It just adds a layer of, okay, cool, we've switched it up. Changed things just a little bit. And that's something I really like, that's something I really appreciate. And overall, it's damn good, and honestly, I can definitely see myself thinking in the future when I'm drinking hot chocolate without whiskey in it, damn, this could go for some whiskey. Even if I didn't want any alcohol or like an alcohol buzz, I'd just be like, I want some whiskey flavoring in this to make it interesting. Because, yeah, this works so well. It works so well that honestly, hot chocolate just needs whiskey flavoring. This is damn good. This is damn good. Wow. Yeah. 4 out of 4 drink. 10 out of 10 drink. This is fantastic. This is so good. I can say with confidence, whiskey and hot chocolate, absolutely goated. I love it. It's it's really enjoyable. It's not something I want to drink during the summer. But you know, on a cold winter evening like today, frankly put, this is the vibe. This is exactly what I want. And pairing wise, I think it would pair well with a lot of stuff kind of thing. You know, you got a Hershey's bar, you got a s'more. It's going to pair well with that, of course. If you got maybe a little bit of a cigar, I think it could pair pretty well, I'll acknowledge. So if you're sitting outside in the cold, you're wanting a drink, and you're just puffing away kind of thing, you got your warm alcoholic beverage right here. Warm up your hands with it and everything like that. Man, nah. Whiskey and hot chocolate, genuinely goated. Genuinely goated. Really, really, I really like it. I really like it. And I need to grab a thumbnail real quick. So let's go ahead and do that real quick if I possibly can. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can grab a thumbnail. I'd totally get some Swiss Miss packets or something like that and put that in the thumbnail, but I actually don't have any. Swiss Miss, I can't drink it. I'm dairy free, and Swiss Miss will kill me. It won't actually kill me. It'll just make me not feel very good for a very long time. But if I had some, that would be hilarious. Let's grab another thumbnail real quick. Try that as well. Trying to think what the optimal thumbnail is going to be, but I'm not sure what it is, honestly. But we'll go with something like that. Now, I would have to say, a little bit over halfway done with my whiskey and hot chocolate, and there's one thing I haven't tested yet. You know, I was saying that I think it would be a good pairing if you're sitting outside puffing away. But you know, I haven't actually tested that for myself. So I'm thinking I should probably do that. I should probably test it for myself and make sure it's actually solid to have while you're sitting outside puffing away. So let's go ahead and find out whether that's actually the case or not. And I'm just going to sit back and relax, honestly, now that I've grabbed my thumbnail. I've said most all I wanted to say. And I got to admit, this experience, it's been great. It's been fantastic. Honestly, I mean, like, I was expecting whiskey and hot chocolate to be good at the beginning of this video. I didn't think it was going to be bad. I just didn't know it was going to be this good. And I am starting to get a buzz now. From the whiskey, that is. Not from the hot chocolate. I was not expecting it to be this good. I was expecting it to be good, but not this good. Like, this is actually genuinely a, like, 9 to 10 out of 10 drink for me. It's a 4 out of 4, without a doubt. Like, that's not something I say often, but this is a fantastic mixed drink. It just pairs that well. Now, do I think all whiskey will work in hot chocolate? Probably not. I don't think all whiskey will. But definitely, the whiskey I chose for this video today works fantastically. It really does work just so well. Are there other alcohol that I think would work in hot chocolate as well? Maybe some rums. I think some rums might work in hot chocolate. Not all of them, by any means, but some rums, without a doubt. Like, let's say Appleton Estate 12. I think that would work in hot chocolate. Not as well as whiskey, but up there, definitely. Other liquors... Tequila, no. Mezcal, no. Red wine, no. White wine, definitely not. That would be disgusting. White wine and hot chocolate? That sounds like a disgusting pairing. And as much as I do enjoy my red wine and Coca-Cola, I don't think it would pair very well. I don't think red wine would pair very well with hot chocolate. I don't think it would. But whiskey and hot chocolate? Man, it's good. It's good. And I see why. I see why some places sell whiskey and hot chocolates. I understand it. Man, so solid, so solid. I honestly think you could probably add a little bit more whiskey than I did if you really wanted to. I would have to say probably the bare minimum amount I would want to add. But honestly, that's good enough for me. I have a very low alcohol tolerance. And I think the amount I added was perfect. Just because I didn't want to get drunk. I just wanted a nice light buzz to warm me up while I'm sitting outside, and that's exactly what I got. So if you have a tolerance like me, which is a low tolerance, if you consider yourself to have a low tolerance, the amount I added, I'd have to say that's about perfect. That's about perfect for just getting a nice light buzz to warm you up, not care so much about the cold. But if you have a heavy tolerance, well, you might need 2 of these. Can I say that a whiskey and hot chocolate pairs well with something while you're puffing away outside? Now that I've actually tested it, yeah, I could say that for sure. This pairs fantastically. The only big issue I can see with pairing these two together is that, milk. If you're lactose intolerant and you decide to use real milk in your hot chocolate, you might need to go to the bathroom. And this is certainly not going to help either. But the good thing is with hot chocolate is that you can use whatever mix you want. You can add in marshmallows. You can add in a piece of a Hershey bar if you want to. You can use whatever milk you want. I'm using vanilla almond milk, but I think coconut milk, of course, normal milk as well would work fantastically as well. I'm just using vanilla almond milk because that's what I got and that's what I can drink. But normal milk's gonna work. Coconut milk, almond milk. I've had oat milk hot chocolate before. It was so trash. But if you get good oat milk, I think that would work as well. Ever since that experience though, where I had like, it was the worst hot chocolate I've ever had. It's pretty hard to mess up hot chocolate, honestly. You just put the powder in there if you don't want to like make it from scratch. But I ran by one cafe like, oh man, it's got to be like 6 years ago now. I ran by like one cafe, and it was cold, so I was like, yeah, I want a hot chocolate, and I was like, what options do y'all have for dairy-free milk? And like, is the hot chocolate dairy-free? And they were like, yeah, the hot chocolate mix itself is dairy-free, but like, all we have is oat milk. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just go for oat milk because I had never had oat milk at that time. And it was so disgusting. I don't even think because of the mix. It was just the oat milk. It was so gross. I was like, bro, I'm sorry to any oat milk enthusiasts out there. It's not my thing. Almond milk and coconut milk is far superior. But I got a little bit left. Not much by any means. I think I'm going to go and take a sip more, 2 more, and finish this off, and I think that's going to be the video right there. Man, that was delicious. Got a bunch of remnants on the bottom of my mug, but I'm not going to try to finish that off by any means. I don't want all the dust. I don't want all the hot chocolate dust that's coagulated on the bottom of the mug. I don't want all that, so I'm gonna leave that as is. But am I feeling a buzz from the whiskey? Yes. Am I feeling fantastic because I had a whiskey and hot chocolate? Yes. And did I thoroughly enjoy my experience of having a whiskey and hot chocolate for the first time today? Excuse me. Absolutely yes. This was fantastic. I can't really see myself drinking a whiskey and hot chocolate like all the time by any means. It's definitely not going to become one of those routine drinks that I drink like anytime I want to drink kind of thing. And that's kind of how, like, a whiskey highball is for me. Like, I have a whiskey highball anytime I'm just wanting to get a buzz going kind of thing when I'm doing whatever. Just have a whiskey highball. Whether it's summer, fall, winter, spring, doesn't matter. I'll have a whiskey highball. But I think definitely in the winter months, especially when I'm outside, I will most certainly be drinking whiskey and hot chocolates. It's not going to be something that's routine, but it's a dang good. It's a it's a dang good drink. It's a damn good drink that I'm looking forward to having many more of in the future. That's for sure. And I gotta admit, I mean, like, the hot chocolate itself warmed me up pretty well. Like, drinking a hot drink on a cold day warms you up. But, like, I'm feeling even warmer than normal when I drink a hot chocolate outside. Like, and I think that's the whiskey. I'm feeling warm because of the whiskey right now, and I'd be feeling even warmer if I had more. But I'm not gonna have any more because I've already got a nice buzz going, and I'm feeling pretty good. No complaints. Let me just put it that way. This experience has no complaints on my behalf. Somebody honking. That is for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and put the teaspoon in the mug, though. It's just been dripping all over the table I'm sitting at. I didn't bring out a paper towel to put it on. But, nah, very, very, very solid experience. I have a really nice buzz. Like, it's nothing crazy, but I have a nice buzz going right now. I'm feeling good. And without a doubt, I'm very glad I had this experience today. Yeah. No complaints. Not at all. Whiskey and hot chocolate pairs pretty dang well with one of these as well. And if you want to get really fancy, peppermint hot chocolate with... Now, I'm not really the biggest fan of, like, peppermint and stuff like that, so this is not something that personally I would want to do, but I think this is something that would work. Peppermint hot chocolate with whiskey and a menthol. I'm just saying. Now that's how you get in the Christmas spirit. That's what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. It's probably not a drink that I'd appreciate myself just because I'm not a peppermint person, but it is something that I do think others would generally... Well, generally, I don't think everybody's a fan of peppermint, but if somebody is a fan of peppermint, if y'all are a fan of peppermint, then that's something that I think could be enjoyable. I'm buzzed. But yeah, that's about all I had to say today. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video where I drank a whiskey and hot chocolate for the first time. I know I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed watching, of course, like, subscribe, check out everything in the description down below. To the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one.